Alrighty guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you guys episode 10 of My Hero Academia, my rewatch series. If you want to know more about the rewatch series, check out the first episode of season 1. I do a big explanation about how the rewatch series is going to work. So if you want to know more about that, check that out. So I don't have to repeat it every video for like 4 or 5 minutes. And then also, I am watching in subtitled, not dubbed. If you guys want to watch in dubbed, you can, because this is going to be where you get your own footage, and down in this corner, there's going to be a timer that you guys can sync your footage with mine and watch the entire episode with me. And I mostly just kind of discuss my way through the episode. Since I've already seen it, I kind of bring up some topics that I've thought about all throughout like the shows and everything. And yeah, so yeah. Last episode we had the class rep chosen, which was Midoriya, and then he handed it off to Ida, and then we had villains come into the school, and the press was, causing a ruckus, made all the kids panic, and then they went over to the USJ for some training, and that seems to be getting attacked, and that is where we left off. So yeah, let's just hop right into the episode. Since I just watched the previous one, I don't need more of a recap than that, and I'm sure you guys don't either, because if you're watching my reaction, then, or I guess my rewatch, then I'm sure you've seen plenty of other reactions, considering that I am at like the bottom of the food chain when it comes to reactions. Anyway, and this isn't even a reaction, I keep saying it. It's because I'm just so used to like the main focus of my channel is reactions. So anyway, let's get into episode 10. So we are going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Nice. Funimation. You should be watching. Dun dun dun. Huh, both these episodes went right into the intro, didn't they? That's kind of cool. They didn't really do a recap last episode, which is cool. I like how they only recap the really important moments, it seems like. Like, if it ends on a cliffhanger, it seems to recap a bit. Well, no, because the episode of Kachan vs. Bakugo... Kachan vs. Bakugo, I'm okay. Midoriya vs. Bakugo, we had that whole fight, that one episode, and the next episode they like did a bunch of recap for that fight, so I guess I'm a little off on that, but anyway. What am I gonna eat tonight? I have no idea. There's like nothing I want to eat around the house. Probably just gonna grab like a handful of snacks. Nope, nope, nope. I like how they try to keep the kids from fighting. Like, some shows, like, the kids will... Like, the adults will trust the kids to fight a bit more. But in this one, they're just like, get out of here. Like, the only reason they don't is because they don't make it out. It's funny because this is like the first time in the show you learn like whether or not people will die in this show. Encounter with the unknown. Because it seems like a very lighthearted show, but like if you look at the way Hunter x Hunter started, in in the first, like, I guess up until they got to later in the Hunter exam where people, like, started dropping like flies. Like, it still seemed pretty lighthearted. And then all of a sudden, just death. I always keep that in mind whenever I watch a show that seems lighthearted at first. Okay, so Todoroki already doesn't have his ice on half his body. So is this where they decided to change his design, or is it just, like, coincidence that he didn't oh no, he kinda does. He just doesn't have it on his face. He had it in that distance shot anyway. I love that you can't be a hero with just one trick. It's so true and so awesome. Just blocks all their quirks. Right. Almost. Yeah, right here. So good. That would suck so much. Because there's so many people in this world that just rely on their quirk. Like, obviously he doesn't because he knows, like, without your quirk you need to have something else. Even this guy just relies on, like, his extra arms and his strength. He obviously, like he just said, doesn't have the skill. I like poor guy with like 4 legs and like big hands. Like, what does he do? There's like a piece of paper there. Some weird things they have in this. Just Aizawa going ham. He looks so cool from that side shot with his hair up. Oh, Aizawa. Like, if you want overpowered, I love All Might, but for someone that's technically underpowered in a way, the Aizawa is so cool. He is legit. Ah, we get the monologue. I like how, did one of them mention that he's monologuing? I forget if that's this show or another show that they talk about monologuing. God damn it, you guys. Just had to jump in. Should've let 13 handle it. The only good thing about what they did there, getting in the way like that, is that it let Bakugo notice that he does have, like, a body underneath there. Because I think if you remember when he jumps in later on in the episode, he says, like, I saw earlier that you must have, like, a physical form or whatever, I believe. And he might not have known that for later in the show if he didn't do this here. And I love... It's kind of funny. I've seen some reactors that forget that there's a water zone in the place that they're at, and they think they dropped Midoriya in, like, the ocean somewhere. I laugh every time I see that shit. Yeah. Sue is awesome. She saved Mineta and saved Midoriya in one swoop. It's cool because her power isn't like super amazing. Like it's good, but it's nothing like All Might power level, you know? But she's just so utility. Frickin' Mineta. I like how she just slams him because he did that and said that. It's cool that she can still climb with her gloves. I wonder how that works. Her gloves and boots. Yep. Yep. They snuck into the school, grabbed the schedule, and came here. Sorta. Yep. Even Midoriya didn't think of that. Sue's so smart. Frickin' Mineta starts freaking out. The cool thing is like you could see Mineta here as like annoying or wimpy, but at the same time, these kids are still in school. Like, yes, there's some that are more brave than others, but at the same time, can you imagine like just getting into high school? Like, even if you were like, say, you wanted to be a police officer when you got out of high school, and you were kind of like training for it a bit while you were in high school, would you be super like you'd be pretty scared if you got into like a hostage situation with like you know, guys walking around with guns holding everyone hostage and you had to like try to figure out something to do kind of thing. Like I feel like you'd be scared. And then obviously there's some people that are confident enough to handle that, but I don't think it's a bad thing if you're not confident enough to handle that, in my opinion. So I think Mineta's fear, like, obviously his perversion is over the top, but his fear is justified. Frickin' Todoroki being OP. Get a hold of yourselves. You're an adult, aren't you? It's so good. Aizawa just still doing work. Transition. Transition. Commercials are over. Okay. Hmm. I think it's kind of interesting what happens here. Buff mode. Oh! Am I a mouse, a dog, a bear? My real identity is the principal. So silly. I like how he tries to get down on like the principal's level too, out of like almost like respect. Yeah. It's kind of what I was talking about last episode with the whole even if you can save someone, should you, since it'd be wasting your time. And well, I was talking about pushing your limits though, so I guess it's a bit different than what I was saying before, actually. But yeah, the principal here convinces him to stay, which allows him to rest a bit more. Um, it's almost like I wonder if the principal knows something. Like I wouldn't like I don't know if I'd say he's in on it, because if he was in on it, he'd want All Might to be weaker and go there and get killed right away, you know. But like no, because I've this is a rewatch, so I've seen farther ahead. I know what like the principal's quirk is. I wonder if he knows something is going on, but just doesn't say anything, and just like his estimations are that the kids will be fine until X amount of time, and then he lets them go. His quirk is amazing, actually. Yep, yep. Yep, use your quirk in order to save others, even if you're not directly fighting. It's so true. And that's what, like, 13's all about, is, like, rescuing people without, like, fighting. And that's what, like, this whole place they're going to is about, is rescue training. Black hole? Yeah. Frickin' Mineta. Uh, I know what I said before, but at the same time, they're not gonna wait forever, so it's okay to be scared, but you still gotta do something. You can't just like sit there and wait. It's always been so weird to me, the whole like Japanese thing of like using your someone's first name is like very personal. It's very interesting to me. Yeah. Yeah. You never want to underestimate kids. Well, anybody with superpowers, really. Unless they're really young, because we saw, like, when Bakugo was really young, he could only make, like, little sparks. So, but... God, that's so gross. Spit out your stomach and clean it. Yeah. See, his quirk is, like, it's actually really cool, but I like how everyone just makes, like, a joke out of it. Like, right there, like, why don't they say anything? Like, it's an awesome quirk. Yeah, it's an amazing quirk. And yep, see, they're not gonna wait no matter how scared you are. He's gonna do something. Shoo, shoo. Shoo. What are these? I just love that. You guys ever do that when you're, like, in the pool and you see, like, a bug or something gross in the water and you're just like, oh, get away? I mean, in a way, I agree with his. Like I said before, I agree with his fear, but at the same time, you can't just like let them kill you. You gotta do something. Yep. He's scared too, Mineta. God, that camera work actually got me for a second there. It reminded me of when I first started playing Sea of Thieves, like the boat rocking, even just seeing it on like a monitor was enough to get me like almost seasick. Here we go. So he does try to hold back here, but it just doesn't work. It's interesting. Boom. Yeah. Oh, I still get chills. Oh, the music is. I think the music is what gives me chills. Like, an intense moment plus his music together is so good. Mineta really, like, clinches it here. Like, they might have been able to run for a little bit, but all they would have done is drag all those villains. Because as soon as the water settled a bit, they'd be fine. But Mineta really was the oh, what's it called? I guess the simple word is the key to this plan, and Midoriya never even like told him to do it. I don't think, at least on camera, he didn't. Yeah, so badass. Oh, okay. See, I thought it went on a little longer, but then I glanced over at the time and I realized I was like, holy crap, I've already been recording for 24 minutes. Yeah, so I thought they actually got to Aizawa and a cliffhanger there. Do 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 do. But yeah, this episode is one of the really good ones. I always love how they utilize the teamwork of the quirks in this show. Like, it'd be so easy for them to go with the typical route with, like, the main character solving everything all the time, and the side characters kind of being, like, glorified cheerleaders in a way. But they don't, and I think that's what I really love about, like, this show a lot. Is like the whole class pitches in. It's not just like the main character is OP and everyone else is like, all we can do is pray for him. Do 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 do. Alrighty, guys. So that is the preview. I am ending it there. Yeah, so like I just got done saying, good episode, really enjoyed it. I love how I can still get chills even on a rewatch with some of these epic moments, and the music is just so fantastic. The teamwork is so fantastic. I love how Aizawa is just like, you can't be a hero with only one trick. Like, it's so good. Oh god, I like spit a little bit there. Gross. It's so good though. Like, oh man. And then I mentioned it during the episode, but I do wonder if the principal has some kind of like foreknowledge of this moment. It's an interesting thought, but up until of what I've seen, they don't address that as being like revealed. So maybe it's something you can assume, or it's just coincidence that he walks in and holds him up during like this time where he, can't contact the people and should be going essentially, but. Yeah. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I don't really think I have anything else to say. I guess this is probably gonna wrap up this week's episode since I watched 2 yesterday, 2 today. That's gonna be the 4 that I release tomorrow for me. It'll be Wednesday for you guys. And yeah. So, hope you guys enjoyed. There will be another 4 next week, which will actually be the rest of the season and first episode of season 2. I almost thought about just doing 3 to wrap up the season. But there's really no reason. Like, it's just a rewatch series. Like, I was just gonna try to keep it even, but no. Might as well just go right into season 2 right away, But yeah, so anyway, guys, keep in mind that this rewatch series is only a small part of what I do on my channel. You guys should check out some of my reactions as well. That's the main point of my channel. And then I have some really old gaming videos if you want to see like younger me do some gaming that I just left up on my channel. They're like way back before the reactions start. But yeah, I've thought about doing some more gaming videos, but the games I play just aren't interesting to make videos these days, in my opinion. Without, like, they'd have to be, like, heavy editing or something, or, like, entertaining in a different way, because, like, I've been playing a lot of games like Farming Simulator. Weird, right? Path of Exile is probably I think it's the game I have the most hours of, like, at all, like, out of all games. I play the crap out of that. And, like, Satisfactory, they're all, like, factory simulators and ARPGs, and it's kind of hard to make gaming videos, but I don't know why I'm talking about this anyway. Regardless, I thought about streaming, and I might get back into it. I've streamed before, but yeah. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying all the stuff that I do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can also check out my Patreon if you want to support the channel. It's always appreciated. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for another 4 episodes. Thank you guys for watching, and bye bye.